The vast emptiness of space stretched like a cold, dark canvas broken only by the faint debris of a recent battle. Among the scattered metallic fragments and dying emergency signals, a small figure lay motionless. Princess Yunji, barely 12, solar cycles old, had survived what no one thought possible. Her civilization, the Crystal Harmony, had been decimated in less than 24 hours. Advanced alien warships had surrounded their peaceful planetary system, launching a ruthless assault that left nothing but destruction in their wake. The princess, dressed in a tattered royal uniform with intricate crystalline patterns, clutched a small communication device that flickered weakly. Her body was covered in multiple injuries, deep cuts across her left arm, a fractured leg, and several burn marks from plasma weapon impacts. Blood seeped through her torn clothing, creating a stark contrast against the metallic floor of the abandoned communication outpost. Around her, broken communication panels sparked occasionally, casting eerie shadows in the dark chamber. Yunji's eyes, a unique shade of silvery blue typical of her species, remained partially open. She was conscious, but barely. Each breath came with immense pain, and her body was slowly shutting down. The temperature in the chamber was dropping, and her alien physiology was struggling to maintain internal warmth. Hours earlier, during the initial attack, royal guards had attempted to evacuate the royal family. Chaos erupted as massive warships unleashed devastating weaponry. In the madness, Yunji had been separated from her family. The last memory she had was of her mother pushing her into a small escape pod, whispering instructions she could barely hear over the explosions. The escape pod had been damaged, crash landing on this isolated outpost. No rescue signals were sent. No hope remained. The galactic political landscape considered her survival inconvenient. Her entire civilization was now a memory, and she was the last surviving member of the royal lineage. Her communication device occasionally blinked with a desperate emergency signal, but in this remote sector of space, the chances of any rescue were microscopically small. The device's battery was dying, just like her hope of survival. Outside the chamber, the remnants of destroyed spacecraft drifted silently. Pieces of metal, broken communication arrays, and frozen fragments of what was once a thriving civilization told a story of complete annihilation. No rescue teams would come. No diplomatic missions would investigate. She was truly alone. Yunji's body temperature continued to drop. Her unique alien metabolism was fighting a losing battle against cold and injury. The multiple wounds were infected, and without proper medical intervention, death was inevitable. Her breathing became more labored, each inhale a struggle against mounting physical limitations. The communication device made one final desperate chirp before its battery completely died. Silence consumed the chamber. The princess closed her eyes, accepting the cruel reality that her life would end here, forgotten, abandoned, with no witness to her final moments. In this moment of absolute despair, surrounded by the cold remnants of her destroyed civilization, Princess Yunji represented nothing more than a forgotten footnote in a vast, indifferent universe. Her royal lineage, her people's advanced technology, her potential future, all reduced to a dying signal in an empty space station. No records would remember her. No historical archives would document her final moments. She was simply another, victim of a brutal galactic conflict, a small, insignificant life extinguishing without ceremony or recognition. Her body grew colder. The last remnants of her consciousness began to fade. Whatever hope remained was quickly dissolving, much like the emergency signals that had now completely disappeared into the infinite darkness of space. Little did Princess Yunji know that somewhere in the vast cosmic expanse, a cargo ship was approaching. Its captain, unaware of the drama about to unfold, would soon make a decision that would change everything. The outpost remained silent. The princess remained still, and space continued its eternal indifferent dance. The cargo ship Starlight Trader drifted through the remote sector, its hull marked with countless journeys across endless star systems. Captain Jae-Sung Park sat in the pilot's chair, his hands moving mechanically across navigation controls. He had seen countless star routes, transported hundreds of cargo shipments, and survived more dangerous encounters than most spacers could imagine. This particular route was supposed to be routine, standard cargo delivery from the outer mining colonies to a trade station near the galactic rim. Nobody expected anything unusual. The ship's sensors were old but reliable, scanning the surrounding space with a tired consistency that spoke of years of service. When the first anomalous signal appeared, Jae-sung almost ignored it. Debris fields were common in conflict zones, and this sector had seen more than its share of battles. But something about this signal was different. It wasn't just random metal fragments or standard spacecraft wreckage. The ship's secondary scanning system picked up a faint life sign. Most captains would have dismissed it, a potential malfunction or ghost signal. But Jae-sung had learned long ago that in space, ignoring even the smallest detail could mean death. He adjusted the ship's trajectory, a decision that would change everything. The Starlight Trader moved slowly, carefully navigating through the dangerous field of destroyed spacecraft fragments. Each movement required precise calculation to avoid potential hull damage. As they approached the source of the signal, Jae-sung's professional detachment began to crack. The life sign was weak but definitely present. It wasn't human. The energy signature was distinctly alien. Most spacers would have turned away. Getting involved with alien survivors meant complicated diplomatic issues, potential quarantine procedures, and significant risk. The outpost's external view came into focus on the ship's main screen. Destruction was everywhere. Broken communication panels, shattered energy conduits, and the clear signs of a massive conflict told a brutal story. And there, in the middle of this chaos, a small figure lay motionless. Jae-sung's hand hovered over the communication system. Standard protocol demanded he report the finding to nearest administrative center. Report, document, and move on. But something in the life sign's consistency, its stubborn resistance against complete system failure, caught his attention. He activated the ship's medical scanning systems. The results were shocking. The life form was a young alien, severely wounded with multiple critical injuries. Survival chances were less than 10%. Most would consider her already dead. The cargo hold could be quickly converted into a makeshift medical unit. Jae-sung had done similar emergency interventions before, though never with an alien patient. His years as a military transport pilot had taught him emergency medical procedures that went beyond standard training. Decision time arrived. Turn away and follow standard procedures, or risk everything to save a single life from a civilization that was likely already extinct. The logical choice was clear: keep moving, stay safe, avoid complications. But logic had never been Jae-sung's only guide. With a series of quick movements, he prepared the medical extraction protocol. The ship's robotic arms extended, carefully maneuvering through the debris to retrieve the unconscious princess. Each movement was calculated, precise, a dance of technological intervention against seemingly impossible odds. As the princess was brought into the ship's medical bay, Jae-sung got his first clear look at her. She was young, her alien features displaying a fragile beauty that spoke of a sophisticated civilization. Her royal uniform, though torn and bloodied, suggested she was more than just a random survivor. The medical systems began their work. Automated, medical bots started stabilization procedures, applying alien-compatible healing technologies. Jae-sung watched, knowing that every minute counted. He had no idea that this moment would be the beginning of something far greater than a simple rescue mission. The universe had its own plans, and they were just beginning to unfold. Outside, space remained cold and indifferent. Inside the Starlight Trader, an unexpected journey of survival and hope was about to begin. The medical bay hummed with soft mechanical sounds. Healing technologies worked silently, repairing Princess Yoonji's damaged body. Jae-sung watched her through the transparent medical chamber, his rough hands occasionally checking external monitoring systems. Days passed slowly. The princess remained in a deep healing state, her alien biology responding differently to standard medical procedures. Jae-sung had to constantly adjust the ship's medical systems, learning and adapting with each passing hour. On the seventh day, her eyes flickered open. Silver blue eyes met Jae-sung's brown ones, a moment of pure confusion and unexpected connection. She was weak but alive, a miracle in itself. Communication was initially challenging. The ship's translation device struggled with her complex alien language. Simple words became complicated negotiations between biological and technological understanding. Jae-sung discovered she spoke 3 different linguistic variations, each representing a complex cultural context. "Who are you?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. Jae-sung responded simply, "A cargo ship captain who found you." Her name was Princess Yoon-ji of the Crystal Harmony, last survivor of a civilization destroyed in a massive galactic conflict. She carried genetic information critical to preventing future wars, something she revealed cautiously, measuring Jae-sung's reaction. The cargo ship became their shared world. Jae-sung provided medical care, food, and protection. Yoon-ji shared stories about her destroyed civilization, advanced technological insights that fascinated the human captain. They were an unlikely pair, a middle-aged human trader and a young alien royal, bound by circumstance and survival. Her body gradually recovered. The medical systems worked overtime, combining human technology with her unique alien physiological requirements. Jae-sung learned to adjust nutrition systems, temperature controls, and healing protocols specifically for her biological needs. During recovery, Yoon-ji discovered human cultural recordings stored in the ship's database. She became fascinated with Earth's history, asking countless questions about human survival, conflicts, and resilience. Jae-sung became an unexpected teacher, sharing stories about human experiences. "Your species fights a lot," she observed one evening, watching historical documentaries. Jae-sung chuckled. "We also survive. We adapt." Their conversations grew deeper. She revealed the genetic codes she carried, information that could potentially prevent massive interstellar conflicts. These codes represented her civilization's ultimate scientific achievement, something powerful enough to reshape galactic political structures. The ship's navigation systems continued their preset course, unaware of the significant conversation happening within its metal corridors. Jae-sung realized he was no longer just a cargo ship captain. He had become a protector, a rescuer, potentially a bridge between different galactic civilizations. Yoon-ji's injuries healed faster than expected. Her alien metabolism, combined with advanced medical technologies, transformed her from a dying princess to a potential diplomatic asset. She began helping Jae-sung with ship navigation, her mathematical skills far exceeding human computational abilities. Their connection grew beyond survival. They became partners, understanding each other through shared experiences of loss, survival, and unexpected friendship. The cargo ship became more than a transportation vessel. It transformed into a sanctuary of hope and unexpected connection. As star systems passed outside the ship's viewing screens, Jae-sung and Yoon-ji prepared for the next phase of their journey. They didn't know what challenges awaited them, but they knew they would face them together. The universe, which had once seemed cold and indifferent, now felt full of unexpected possibilities. A human cargo ship captain and an alien princess. An impossible combination that defied all standard galactic expectations. Their story was just beginning. The ship moved forward, carrying its unlikely passengers through the vast, mysterious darkness of space. Survival had brought them together. Something deeper would keep them connected. The first attack came without warning. Massive weapon signatures appeared suddenly on the ship's tracking systems, cutting through the peaceful darkness of space like angry blades of light. Jae-sung's hands moved with practiced speed. Years of military training kicked in instantly. The Starlight Trader was not a warship, but he had modified it extensively during his years as a cargo captain. Hidden weapon systems emerged from concealed panels, transforming the ordinary transport vessel into something far more dangerous. "Incoming hostile vessels," the ship's computer announced in a calm mechanical voice. 3 massive warships approached, their weapon signatures indicating they were hunting something specific. Yunji understood immediately. "They're after me," she said, her voice steady despite the approaching danger. The first plasma burst missed the Starlight Trader by mere meters. Jae-sung's piloting skills were exceptional, pushing the cargo ship's capabilities beyond standard operational limits. He weaved between weapon bursts, using debris from previous battles as temporary cover. "These are Crimson Mercenary League ships," Jae-sung explained, adjusting navigation controls. "Professional hunters who eliminate specific targets for highest bidder." Hyunji accessed the ship's secondary computer systems, her alien technological skills proving far more advanced than human capabilities. She began calculating potential escape routes, her fingers moving rapidly across holographic navigation displays. Thermite, first direct hit struck the ship's rear shield generator. Electrical systems sparked momentarily. Jae-sung knew they couldn't sustain multiple direct hits. The Starlight Trader was designed for cargo transport, not extended combat. "We need a strategy," Yunji said, her royal training emerging. She began analyzing weapon signatures, identifying potential weak points in the attacking ship's configurations. Jae-sung's combat experience combined with her technological insights created an unexpected tactical advantage. They communicated without words, understanding each other's movements and intentions through pure instinct. The cargo ship performed impossible maneuvers. Jae-sung pushed engine systems beyond recommended limits, using unconventional flight patterns that human military trainers would have considered insane. Junji provided real-time computational support, predicting enemy weapon trajectories with remarkable accuracy. One mercenary ship suddenly exploded, victim of its own miscalculated weapon discharge. The second ship suffered critical system failures, as Yunji remotely accessed and disrupted its primary computer networks. But the third ship remained dangerous. Its weapon systems were more advanced, piloted by an experienced mercenary commander who anticipated their previous tactics. "We can't outrun them," Jae-sung stated calmly. "We'll have to outsmart them." Yunji activated a complex technological sequence. Ancient crystal harmony defense protocols merged with human navigation systems. The ship's exterior began reflecting and refracting incoming weapon signatures, creating multiple false imaging. The mercenary ship fired repeatedly, hitting nothing but holographic projections. Confusion spread through their combat systems. In a final decisive moment, Jae-sung executed a risky maneuver. He positioned the Starlight Trader directly behind a massive asteroid, using its gravitational field to create an unexpected escape vector. The mercenary ship, unable to adjust quickly enough, crashed into the asteroid's surface. A massive explosion marked their final moment. Silence returned to the star sector. The Starlight Trader's damaged systems began emergency repair protocols. Jae-sung and Yunji looked at each other, a mixture of relief and excitement in their expressions. "We did it," Yunji whispered. Jae-sung smiled. Together. Their unlikely partnership had survived its first major test. The universe had thrown its worst at them, and they had emerged victorious. The cargo ship continued its journey, carrying its two extraordinary passengers deeper into unknown star systems. The confrontation was over. But their real journey was just beginning. The diplomatic station appeared like a massive metal flower suspended in deep space. Its intricate design represented centuries of interstellar negotiation and complex political relationships. The Starlight Trader approached slowly, its battle-damaged hull telling a story of recent survival. Jae-sung and Yunji stood together on the ship's main deck, preparing for their most challenging encounter yet. She wore a reconstructed royal uniform, modified to blend human and alien design elements. He remained in his cargo captain's practical clothing, looking more like a worker than a potential diplomatic agent. Galactic administrative protocols demanded extensive screening. Multiple sensor arrays scanned their vessel, analyzing every microscopic detail of their journey. The station's central computer processed their unexpected arrival. A human cargo ship carrying the last survivor of a completely destroyed alien civilization. "Remember," Jae-sung whispered to Yunji, "stay calm and precise." Their initial reception was tense. Diplomatic representatives from various star systems gathered, viewing them with a mixture of suspicion and curiosity. Yunji's genetic codes represented potential peace or potential conflict, depending on how different civilizations interpreted her survival. The hearing began in a massive circular chamber. Holographic displays showed their entire journey, from initial rescue to the recent mercenary battle. Representatives from 12 different star systems listened carefully, their alien faces revealing nothing. Yunji spoke first. Her voice, calm and precise, described the destruction of her civilization. She revealed the genetic codes her people had developed, technological information that could prevent future large-scale conflicts. Each word was carefully chosen, displaying the diplomatic training of her royal background. Jae Sung supported her testimony, explaining their unexpected partnership. His straightforward human perspective contrasted with her complex alien narrative. Together, they presented a story of survival, collaboration, and unexpected hope. Political negotiations are rarely simple. What seemed like a straightforward hearing transformed into complex discussions about galactic power structures, technological sharing, and potential new diplomatic frameworks. The most surprising element was their partnership itself. A human cargo captain and an alien princess, survivors who had found connection beyond traditional boundaries. Their story challenged existing political understanding. Hours turned into days. Discussions continued. Multiple star systems debated the implications of Yunji's survival and the technological information she carried. Jae Sung remained supportive, his presence a constant reminder of the unexpected ways different species could collaborate. On the 5th day, a breakthrough occurred. The diplomatic station agreed to establish a new collaborative research initiative. Yunji's genetic codes would be studied, potentially providing insights that could prevent future large-scale conflicts. Jae Sung was offered a unique position, an unofficial diplomatic representative, bridging human and alien interactions. His practical experience and demonstrated loyalty made him an ideal candidate for this unprecedented role. "We want you both," the primary diplomatic representative stated, "to continue your work. Your journey represents something more than just survival. It represents possibility." The Starlight Trader, once a simple cargo ship, would be completely refitted. It would become a mobile diplomatic vessel, carrying Jae Sung and Yunji to different star systems, sharing their unique story of unexpected collaboration. Their personal transformation mirrored the larger diplomatic shift. What began as a random rescue had become a potential turning point in interstellar relationships. Two individuals from completely different backgrounds had challenged existing political understanding. As they prepared to leave the diplomatic station, Jae Sung looked at Yunji. She was no longer just a rescued princess. She was a potential architect of a new galactic understanding. "Ready?" he asked. Yunji smiled. "Always." The Starlight Trader prepared for departure, carrying hope, potential, and the promise of a different kind of future. The universe watched, waiting to see what would happen next.